What is up, guys? XDefiant has officially released their very first set of patch notes for the preseason. So if you want to stay up to date and learn everything within this patch, make sure to stay until the very end of the video. Alright, starting off, it seems like they have been doing some work on the practice zone. In the notes, they state sometimes players loading into the practice zone would spawn outside the world in a hellscape, and now they probably will not. Now this is a little weird because up until today when I'm making this video, I was not able to get into practice zone at all. I'm sure a lot of you haven't been able to either. So it's a little weird that they say sometimes players loading into practice zone will spawn outside the world, because who was able to load into it other than maybe the devs? That said though, it does seem like practice zone is finally up, although they are still doing a little bit of work to it. They also went ahead and fixed an issue where when players died while in the middle of a device animation, such as throwing a grenade, their next device would just be dropped at their feet rather than thrown as normal, which I'm gonna be honest is pretty hilarious. Moving on, probably my favorite fix in this patch is where you would very obviously do damage to an enemy, but they still end up killing you. Yet when you would die in that kind of, screen after you die, it would still show them at full health in the bottom left of the corner. So I'm glad that's fixed, because if I'm being honest, mixed with the time to kill in this game and, hits not registering sometimes, that shit honestly had me fooled. I really thought I was doing no damage to some of these guys. Moving on though, we do have some miscellaneous fixes to the game. The first one being practice zone being turned back on, which, like I said before, up until this point it has been off for basically everyone, so I don't know what they mean turned back on if it was never on to begin with. They also fixed an issue that was causing some low frame rates with some AMD GPUs, so for all of you AMD users, you're up right now. I'm happy for you. That said, that is everything for XDefiant's first set of patch notes for the preseason. It was not a big one at all. Honestly, personally, I wish they would have, upped the XP rate for pretty much everything. If we're even going to be getting that, I'm sure it'll have to be at a later date, because it obviously isn't in this patch note. But if you want to look over the notes yourself, I will link them down below in the description. Let me know down below what your favorite fix in this patch note was. I know it wasn't a big one, but that said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Follow my Twitter, join my Discord, and I will see you all in the next one.